Perhaps the most potent image of this human who is to come, this Messiah figure, is in the book, the scroll of Isaiah. Particularly in chapter 53, we see a servant who comes, who suffers on behalf of the people, and whose sufferings in some way provide healing for the people. By the suffering servant's wounds, healing comes. Peace comes as a suffering servant takes the burden of the people's transgression. The suffering servant is an intercessor, a mediator, in some way on behalf of the people. And finally, this suffering servant is raised up and sees the inheritance, sees what they have won through their sufferings. It's an extraordinary image of a messianic descent into the depths and then ascent into the heights. And we see beautifully in this scroll, as we come to the last chapters of Isaiah, not just the restoration of humanity through this suffering servant, but the restoration of the entire cosmos, a new heavens and a new earth, reflecting that first heaven and earth creation narrative in Genesis 1, but this time completely renewed. It looks like this suffering servant isn't just going to restore what it is to be human, but is going to be the way God restores the entire cosmos, the entire heaven and earth, so that humanity can fulfill the original calling and vocation to bear God's image on the earth once again.